Hello everyone, this video is about water conservation, the part 2 for green building design. Case studies indicate that there is potential to save more than 40% of potable water by incorporating 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse and recycle of water. So the first one what you have to follow for this water conservation is placing a water efficient plumbing fixtures. These plumbing fixtures minimizes the demand on municipal and borewell water. If you are constructing your home and you are planning for plumbing, install water efficient plumbing fixtures. In this, you will have aerators installed in it. If it is an existing home without efficient plumbing fixtures, you can attach aerators at the base of your kitchen or bathroom taps. These aerators are designed to mix water with air, reducing the flow rate of water. So, having these aerators can save up to half of your water usage. The second one is rainwater harvesting. By this rainwater harvesting, you can enhance the groundwater table and reduce municipal water demand. We can see this rainwater harvesting in many cities where they have made it mandatory to be implemented in their homes. This rainwater harvesting will help in reducing the water bills. It is cost effective and it promotes both water and energy conservation. The third one is landscape design. Make sure the landscaped area in your site is planted with native trees for at least 40% of your total landscaped area. So what is this native tree? These native trees are naturally found in that region. Certain trees you can see commonly in Kerala or in Tamil Nadu or in Maharashtra. So they grow there for more than thousands of years. So those are the native trees. So these trees require very less water and do not need any maintenance. So some of the trees are like neem tree, peepal tree, kadamba tree, arjun tree and many more. So to know more about these native trees, you can go to my description box and click the link and you will find the list of native trees which you can plant. The fourth one is irrigation system. Through efficient water management system, we can reduce water demand for irrigation. So at least 50% of the landscaped area should have drip irrigation because this drip irrigation reduces evaporation of water. The fifth one is recycle and reuse of wastewater. Provide an on-site treatment system to treat at least 50% of wastewater which is generated in the building or in a campus, and the quality standard of this recycled water should be according to the Central Pollution Control Board or State Pollution Control Board. And the sixth one is water quality. Install water treatment plant in the building to remove sediments, bacteria and other impurities, and the water quality should meet the criteria of the CPCB, that is the Central Pollution Control Board. So the water quality should conform to the following norms, that is the total coliform organisms, that is MPM, most probable number per 100 ml shall be 5000, and the pH of the water should be between 6 to 9 and the dissolved oxygen should be 4 mg per liter or more, and the biochemical oxygen demand 5 days 20 degrees Celsius 3 mg per liter or less. So this is the water quality standard according to the CPCB which should be followed. And the seventh one is water metering. Continuous monitoring of water enhances the water efficiency. So install water meters at dwelling units like in kitchen or toilets and in other areas. So this will actually monitor the water usage. So these are some of the water conservation techniques which you should follow. Even though it is not your new home, try implementing this in your existing home to save more than 40% of water. So this is about water conservation. So the part 3 for green home is about energy efficiency. To know in detail about energy efficiency, stay tuned. So if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you find this video informative, share it with others and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.